last but not least, at 7 p.m., we got the revenge game. We got 14th ranked Utah versus Caleb Williams, Lincoln Riley, and USC. All right, don't act brand new. You know why I'm here. I know why you're here. We're here to do the wait. I was about to say week 6. It is the week 8 preview. And yeah, I don't feel like doing no intro. I don't think you guys are mind. We're getting straight into it. I don't got time to waste. You don't got time to waste. We're going to preview and predict the game. Simple. For those of you that don't know, we have already made a separate video for the Louisville Bro State and Penn State game and Alabama and Tennessee, so we will not be talking about them in this video. But don't let that deter you from the fact there's a lot of other good games out there. Speaking of good games, starting out at 11 a.m., I'm not going to beat around the bush and try to convince you it's going to be a close game or UCF has a chance, but Oklahoma does play UCF. I think this game could be interesting. Of course, I'll take Oklahoma in this game by 24 points. Although I'm taking them to win by 24, just keep your eyes on this one. At 2:30, we got a game that is flying under the radar. We got Washington State and Oregon. Remember, guys, Washington State was ranked 13th in the country only a couple weeks ago. Oregon's coming off of that devastating loss to Washington, and Washington State just got beat by 38 points by Arizona. Oregon is a whopping, good gosh almighty, 20-point favorite. I like this Oregon team. I like everything about them. They was one play away from beating Washington. I think they bounce back. They win by 14 points. Moving along here to another 2:30 game, we got the surprise, and probably the biggest surprise in the SEC. We got 6-1 Missouri against 2-4 South Kakalaki. Well, if you were to ask me before the season which one of these teams was going to be 2-4 and which one was going to be 6-1, I thought it'd be flip-flopped. I thought South Kakalaki would be 6-1, and I thought Missouri might be 2-4. But here we are. Missouri is doing nothing but taking care of business, and they are a couple plays away from being 7-0. They're a hot team. They're rolling. On the flip side for South Kakalaki, they're a complete mess. The only bright side of that team is Spencer Rattler. And I hate it for Rattler. He has a terrible offensive line and honestly, a terrible team. He's having to carry them, and even at that, when he plays great, they still lose. Missouri is an offensive team. South Carolina's defense is not that good. I expect Missouri to hang up 45 with ease. I'd actually be shocked if Missouri doesn't score over 40 points. I think it's going to be another high-scoring game. You see Missouri put up 48, and South Carolina puts up 41. I'll take Missouri in this game. They're hot, and South Carolina, they're not, and momentum's a real thing. I have had some people want me to preview the Texas and Houston game. Don't know why. Texas is really good, and Houston is not. They're 3-3. Moving along here to our 6 p.m. games. Woo, I was talking to my neighbor about this one. We got Ole Miss and Auburn. On paper, at least, doesn't seem like a good matchup. Auburn's 3-3. They just got blown out by LSU. They're not a good ball team. But we all know this. Lane Kiffin is known for losing games. He should win. And for that reason, this is why Ole Miss, as you can see right here, is only a 6.5-point favorite. It just feels like this is the perfect Lane Kiffin game to lose. He should win this game. There shouldn't be any doubt about it, but it's Lane Kiffin. He always does this, and I really want to pick Auburn in this game, but as much as I think Lane Kiffin is due for his signature loss, Auburn is awful, man. They suck. I'm sorry. I think Ole Miss isn't even going to play good, and they'll still find a way to win this ball game because Auburn's that bad. It is at Auburn, though, and as we all know, there's witchcraft going on in Jordan-Hare Stadium, especially at night. I just hope as an SEC fan, it's a close game because I want to see it. Nothing's better than watching an Auburn football game at night in a close game. I hope it's close, but I'll take the Lane train this one. Give me Ole Miss. I'll say, you know what? I was going to say 24. I'll say 28-21. I think it's going to be close around that 7-10 point mark. Right after that game at 6:30, we got Michigan, and you know, we've already talked about it. We're not going to talk about all the allegations. Well, not even allegations. It's true, all the stuff going on with the sign stealing and Michigan State. Well, I wish I had hyped this game up. It is a big-time rival matchup, but Michigan State is butt cheeks. They're just booty juice. We'll leave it at that. Give me Michigan by 31. At 6:30 as well, we got a top 16 matchup. We got the Dukies. They really should be 6-0 if they could have got one stop against Sam Hartman and Florida State, the Cinnamon Rolls. Arguably, outside of Alabama and Tennessee and Penn State and Ohio State, biggest game of the week. I'd put this at number 3 on our list because, yeah, it's an important game for the ACC as well. Florida State is a whopping 14.5-point favorite, and I'm going to keep it real with you guys. As low as I've been on Florida State this year, I think they win this one with ease. I think Duke finally gets humbled and they realize, yeah, we just don't have the guys to compete with teams like Florida State. Sure, you dominated Clemson, but I think Florida State is a different animal, a different beast. I think Florida State's going to have their way with them on offense. Defense, I don't know. I expect Duke to put up about 17, 21 points. I'll take Florida State in this one 38-21. And last but not least, at 7 p.m., we got the revenge game. We got 14th ranked Utah versus Caleb Williams, Lincoln Riley, and USC. As we all know, USC is coming off an embarrassing loss, to say the least, 48-20 to Notre Dame, who's really not that good. On the flip side for Utah, it has been I'm talking about a weird season. Their offense is not that good. They've looked abysmal at times, but their defense is so good it's carried them to a 5-1 record. I guess Cam Rising is just not going to play this year. I don't know what's going on with that. Do y'all remember heading into the Florida game? They were trying to say, oh yeah, he might sit up for the Florida game. Well, we're now in week 8 and he hasn't played. That's a completely different conversation for a different day, and I do think that affects the game a lot because this Utah team is Cam Rising. He embodies everything they're about. They're not the best, not the most talented, but they want it. They're physical. Cam Rising is one of those old school physical quarterbacks that's going to try to run you over. He's not going to slide. And I get it. USC's offense looked terrible against Notre Dame, but I don't know how Utah's going to keep up with USC. Their only hope is if they do what Notre Dame did against USC. Pick off Caleb Williams 3 times in the first half and hold him to 20 points. I full on believe USC has the edge in this game because their offense is so much better than Utah's. And I know what everybody's going to say. Well, Matt, they struggled against Notre Dame. I know. I've stated it. I saw the game. But here's what I'm going to tell you. Caleb Williams, there's no way he has back-to-back bad performances. No way. I got to believe it to see it. I said I got to believe it to see it. I got to see it to believe it. There we go. I'm not going to bank on the fact that USC's offense scores 20 points. I think they put up about 30, maybe 35. I'll keep it short and simple. I'll take USC in this game just because of Caleb Williams. That's it. They got the better quarterback. They should win this game, but it's going to be interesting because Utah's got USC's number. Past couple of years, they picked USC up by their underwear and spanked them around a couple of times and just straight up bullied them and showed them, yeah, y'all are soft. And USC this year is still soft, if not softer than last year. It's going to be an interesting matchup, man, and I think Utah, they could pull it off, but I'll take USC in a really close one. I say USC wins, kind of low scoring, 31-28. I think it's going to be close, but man, oh man, if Cam Rising was playing, no joke, I'm taking Utah to win this game. Unfortunately, it looks like he won't be playing, and that's a shame. Also at 7 p.m., you thought I forgot? Nope, we got the battle of the unranked teams. It's just weird to see both of them unranked. We got Clemson and Miami, the U. Weird. Not weird to see Miami unranked, but weird to see Clemson unranked. Hard for me to wrap my mind around, but it's reality. Clemson is currently a 3-point favorite, and I think they should be about a 7 or 10-point favorite, to be honest. Miami is just, it seemed like that Georgia Tech game. That was it for them. You can't recover from that. You just simply can't. I think Dabo Swinney's going to have that Clemson team ready to go, and they go into Miami's home stadium, or my bad, quote-unquote home stadium, and they just roll them. I expect Clemson to dominate, not just win, but to dominate start to finish. I think Clemson wins this one something like 41-17. I just don't see a case and scenario where Miami keeps it close. I think Clemson has a better ball team, and they're pissed off, and they got something to prove. They're letting their nuts hang. Remember, their season's already over. There's nothing to lose. There's no pressure. Clemson can't make the playoffs, so they're like, yeah, we don't care. We're just going to go in here and let everything loose. And a team that plays that way is extremely dangerous. Yeah, that's it, though. Want to keep this video short and sweet. Let me know your thoughts and predictions and previews down below. But,